I'm an evangelical Trekkie. I'm from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. So just the audacity to create content that reconciles, or better yet, merges faith and science, that's my cup of tea, man. You had me at hello. You had me at parallel universes. You had me at multiverse. You had me at multi, not even verse. So brilliant. I commend you and applaud you. Like, seriously speaking, like, well done. I love the narrative. It's not the typical, here's Satan tempting you, make a choice. But just the idea of just multiple realities out there that could easily transcend one another because of the choices we make. I mean, brilliant. I'm in Sacramento, you're in Fresno, but I would buy you a caramel macchiato right now on me. Like, well done. Excellent. No, seriously speaking, this is exactly what we've been talking about for years. Creating content that will lead to a conversation that will inevitably lead to cultural reformation. So this is not hype. This is unbelievably well-produced, high-quality, top-grade content. And as a movie producer that did breakthrough in other movies, not only do I sign off, this is brilliant. So, wow, what do we need to do, man? How do we come behind this? Talk to me.
Well, I mean, the easiest thing right now, the best thing for anybody to do, go to angel.com/theshift. If you go there, you can hit the back this project button and you can invest and you can be a partner in this film and help it get made.
So let me ask you a couple questions. One, why the unorthodox journey in making this film? Why not the standard modus operandi? What drives you?
So there's a couple of things that drive us. And I think the first one is the less important one. The first one is that we live in California, but we live in Fresno. And California well enough to know that Fresno is very, very far away from Hollywood. So that is not who we are. Those are not connections that we have. But on the strength of this work, we have been able to get this in front of Angel Studios, who, were the ones who were behind The Chosen. We were able to get this in front of everybody else. So the more important reason we're doing it this way is because we don't want to go to Hollywood and have them tell us, no, you got to make these changes, you got to do this thing, we're going to make it more commercial. Let's take out Jesus. Yeah. Let's take out Jesus because then it'll be more palatable. No, we want to make this film without having that influence. And the only way to do that is to operate outside the system. And the way we do that is by inviting everybody to come and join us and partner with us.
This is it. This is a conversation. You and I can either whine about the world, complain about the world. We can go into a fetal position, suck our thumbs on how the world's going to hell in a handbasket. Or we can invest in the Elijahs and the Elishas of the 21st century. And that's the opportunity we have right now. We have amazing, transformative, faith-filled, biblically centered, Christ-exalting content that'll shift the atmosphere towards righteousness and justice. And it's done in such a very brilliant, cool, creative way. Again, it's not cheesy, religious, corny, archaic, non-engaging content. This is it. So I am encouraging absolutely everyone, go to this website. We have an opportunity to invest in advancing the kingdom of heaven here on earth, on turning on the light. Let's do this. Hey, all of you out there, you're privy and cognizant to great church planting movements, movements out there to plant new churches and so forth. How about this? What if this right here, by investing in this, we're planting what? Content that'll impact the heart, the head, and the hand, and it'll lead to transformation for the glory of Christ. Invest. This is a game changer. I love it.
One of the reasons that we're doing this is because we do feel like there's room for a different approach when it comes to faith film. Dallas Jenkins, the creator of The Chosen, is one of the executive producers on The Shift. And one of the things that he says is, because sometimes people are like, why in the world are you putting science fiction into faith? Like, my faith is not fictional. Like, don't do that. And Dallas Jenkins, his thing about that is he says, why shouldn't we mix science fiction and faith? What shouldn't be mixed with faith? Right. Like, not unlike what C.S. Lewis did with fantasy. Right. He wrote the Chronicles of Narnia, embedded with the themes of Christianity, but it's also got witches and a lion who talks like Jesus. But we all understand it's fantasy. It's the same thing here. Why not have science fiction, which I love and you love and so many other people love, and is basically the most popular genre when it comes to movies? Why can't we put faith in there? And why can't we express some of these ideas in a different way? In the same way Star Trek would talk about social issues. They would talk about social issues and civil rights. They would do it with green-skinned aliens and, Why can't we take some of these parallel universe, the idea of choice and how much of an impact our choice has? Well, isn't that a great metaphor for the choice that we all have, whether to choose darkness or whether to choose light? And why can't we use that to tell an incredible story?
Why can't we have the sci-fi? Why can't we do something that is in line with Marvel, right? That feels like an Abrams film or a Nolan film, that maybe is more geared towards a younger audience. Their guard is down. It can penetrate the heart, and then that'll be the first step towards, coming to the church, coming to Christ and having that experience through a means that the church traditionally can't provide.
Look, at the end of the day, the wine never changes. The wine is the transformative, redemptive gospel of Jesus, but the wineskin does. Every generation requires a fresh, new wineskin. It's the facilitative platform by which we deliver the message. The message never changes, but hey, the pizza is the same pizza, but the pizza box and the Uber mechanisms change in order for us to deliver pizza, right? I love this. I really do. I'm excited about it, motivated. You're creating content where it's not just through church and conferences. You're creating a major motion picture that will impact countless of lives. If you think the only way we're going to reach people is by Samuel Rodriguez approaching his podium on Sunday morning, which is a good thing, but if we limit the dissemination of the gospel to Sunday morning, we lose. I need your help in helping me and helping everyone right now on your screen to create an ecosystem. We want to make sure we have a healthy ecosystem created in order for this to be born, for this to impact countless lives around the world, and for us to advance the kingdom of heaven here on earth. One of the very few, I'm trying to think of another sci-fi faith film. Not fantasy, we have that, but sci-fi.
Right.
I'm still thinking.
I don't think.
Yeah,
Holy cow! Holy cow, Batman!
I don't know.
You guys, this may be it. This may be history. It may very well be history. So please go to this website. Go immediately. Invest accordingly. Sow a seed. This is it. This is for your children and your children's children. So I love it, man. Every single bit of content has what is called a trifecta impact measurement component. It speaks to the heart, the head, and the hand. Let me repeat that. All content speaks to the heart, which is your affective domain, the head, your cognitive domain, your intellect, and your hand, the practical. We have an opportunity here of amplifying content that'll speak to the heart, the head, and the hand of multiple generations across the diversity board, going international and global, talking about how, I'm committed to Christ and I want to spread the gospel. What do? You invest in this movie. Because it'll go way beyond you, way beyond Fresno, way beyond New York City, way beyond America, way beyond your generation, way beyond your ethnicity, way beyond your myopic theological stream. There are no limits, literally no limits to your investment growing exponentially, advancing the kingdom of heaven. So do it today.
I mean, already just this short film that we just watched together has touched so many lives, that so many people message me and say, man, you really put my struggle on screen. I had one gentleman even tell me, he said, you know what, I was in my car, I was thinking about this, I turned around and went back to my family and I told them that I loved them. That is what that inspired in him. And we've seen that so many times. And the thing is that the short film, we can't put that into a movie theater. Nobody's going to pay attention to that on Netflix. Short films, that's just not how they work. But a feature film that goes out into a worldwide release, that is the goal here. The goal. And that is going to reach so many more people.
The movie's called The Shift. Invest.
The Shift.
I love it. This is advancing the kingdom of heaven. No rhetoric, no hype, no whining, no complaining. Let's do this. Let's make it happen together. There it is. Right now. Do it. Invest. I need you to go advance the kingdom of heaven. This is way beyond Sam Rodriguez. It's way beyond one movie. It's about reaching the next generation and the generation after that. We can do this. Content that'll lead to a conversation, that'll lead to conversions, and that will lead to inevitably cultural reformation. Christ exalted through it all. Let's do this.